Hey everyone, so in today's video I'm going to be doing a reading vlog about The Forgotten Colony by JB Ryder. JB Ryder is a writer who has a Zach Croft series. I think that's the name of the main character. And I've been following him on his Instagram for a while. And I guess that today, all I know about this book is that it's sci-fi. It's about this forgotten colony that they try to save the world. I don't know. I have been following this writer on Instagram for a couple months now, and today he posted, I guess that 3 years ago he published this, and so since the 3-year time, he decided to make it free for the Kindle. I think it's only today and tomorrow, or it might just be today. But once it's sold out, I just bought it right away, or I got it for free. The front looks really cool though. I don't mind the black and white, but it's like they're in this space thing and they're looking out inside of the space. I don't normally read a lot of sci-fi, but my roommate keeps on coming back. Sorry for stopping it twice. The typical reading vlog, no spoilers, and reaction video. Actually, I will say I was kind of stupid because I read the introduction thinking it was a part of the book, but no, it's him talking as the author, not as the main character. So I kind of thought that this was, but when it said in June 2019, at the age of 12, I started writing the first drafts of The Forgotten Colony. Yeah, I didn't know, so kind of stupid there. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen, but yeah. I'm going to update you soon. So it's been a minute since you saw that last clip. It's been, I just checked my camera. I just checked that footage and it was May 9th then, and now it's May 31st. So it's been 3 weeks. Maybe exactly 3 weeks. May 30th, May 10th. That's okay. I think it's been 3 weeks and 1 day. Things have just been crazy. I came home from college and now it's summer. It's kind of hard to film now because everyone's home. And my brother is in the other room. So, yeah. But we made it to page 138, 29% in. And normally my books that I read are around 380 to 420 pages, but this book is almost 500, which is a little longer, but it's fine. One thing that I don't know if my phone will stay. Okay, yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna move that. But one thing that's really cool is that I'm not really into space or science. I actually, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, science is my least favorite subject ever. Science and math are my enemies in school. I can never get a good grade in them. They just aren't my strong suit. My camera's falling, but I really like how this book, it's not too descriptive. It's not too descriptive is the word I was trying to say, because he does talk a lot about the spaceship and science words, and of course because this book is about them going to Mars for a mission, and of course there's a lot of sciencey stuff in here because it's a science book. But yes, I'm a little bit confused, but it's not so wordy. And some fantasy books, I know that this is a fantasy, but some fantasy books are really wordy and I cannot understand what they're saying. This one, it's good. I will say sometimes I'm confused. Sometimes I can't paint a picture in my head just because I'm not into the space continuum. But I think it's really good, and I think it also helps that the characters are really likable. I really like the main character. There is this one guy that everyone loves online called Riker, and I'm only 30% in, but maybe also, he's fine. It's just I don't know much of him. I don't want to spoil it though. So what you got in this book is you kind of get a back-to-back timeline. I think you are it's in the future no matter what, but it's either in 2033, I think. Characters are 12. They're preteens, and then it fast forwards to 2053 when they're like 33 years old, like 20 years later. And I don't know how much more we're gonna get in the old timeline, because I think that we already got some stuff from the old timeline. The old timeline is about like them before they went on this big mission, and then after like 2053 is when they're back, but there's like this danger on the earth and they want to save it or something. I don't want to give too much away, but that is what's going on right now. I don't really have any updates right now. I'm liking it. It's not a book where I'm like binging it, like I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to read this right now, but it's also not like I don't want to read it. It's cool. So yeah, we're gonna keep on reading. It's now June 10th. I haven't really done much reading. Now it's like 12:30, I think. Wait, let me check. Yeah, so it's 12:50. I'm probably gonna go to bed at like 1 or 1:15. But we haven't done a reading lapse in a while, so I'm just gonna do that. But if you hear like a noise, it's just gonna be my fan because it is hot upstairs. I wish I filmed my reaction when I was reading at like 2 o'clock today, but I read a scene where this person was like grieving someone, and I'm not gonna say why because, you know, spoilers and everything, but the fact how it seemed like they cared so much, but then the next line, they saw the light in whatever happened, and they saw it as a good thing. I was so mad because I didn't really like this person anyway. They kind of got on my nerves, and like they weren't like the worst person ever, but they weren't my favorite character ever. But that just made me hate them so much more. Like, I was like, what in the actual heck is this jerk doing? I think that they're such a kind person when they're not. They're really just a jerk who only cares about themselves, so... You gotta be kidding me. Okay, the fact that something just happened and the fact that someone could have died because they were being stupid. Oh wait, hold on. No, it was that person that did it because they didn't want to get in trouble. Okay, I kind of get it now, but they almost... Hi. Yep. So I read around like 10 pages, and now we are at part 2, Demons. Why is this called Demons? Why is this Demons? I'm scared. It's like 1 a.m. and we're gonna continue chapter 15. Okay, update. Sorry if you're a little crooked. You are right now standing on like my dresser, but also like my fan. Wait, no, not a dresser. My nightstand, but my fan. So it's gonna keep on doing this, but whatever. My phone's charging. So, anyway, I have an update because we made it. I actually got. My phone keeps on sliding. We made it 60% through, and I think I was at like
6.5 hours later.
Longer, but you know, I swear I have spider syndrome. I swear I have like spider senses. Anyway, oh my gosh. So, you know, we're just gonna not have my phone charged right now. I don't want there to be. Okay, I'm just embarrassing myself now, but so because it's harder to get past. Anyway, we made it to page 294 on the Kindle version. I don't know what page that is in the physical because I don't have the physical, but we made it to part 3, the truth. Now I will say, I am pretty confused. I don't know if that's like his like plan to make you really confused, because I don't know if I missed something like a few chapters before, but I'm kind of confused right now on where everything is and like how this came to be. I feel like I keep on having to ask Google without trying to get spoilers, because I feel like it'll give me spoilers, but like I don't want spoilers. I just want to understand what's going on in this book. I'm not a science person, so that's probably why I'm kind of confused on some of the things. Like, I don't know how they just got to the place where they are right now, because now they're saying something else, and it's just really confusing. I can't really say anything. I'm probably making this very confusing for you guys watching, because I'm just saying gibberish, but I don't want to spoil anything. But I don't know, it's just like, I'm just very confused, and I hope that I understand it like later. But this book, I will say, it's definitely out of my comfort zone. I think I already, oh my gosh, I think I already mentioned that earlier in the vlog. I think my dad just came in the house. But I think it's definitely out of my comfort zone, because it's talking about like all of this like space stuff. So probably what I'm imagining is not what JB Ryder is imagining. Or JB Ryder. I think it's JB Ryder. Obviously, but I'm still imagining something. You know, I think that with scientific books, I never go to them. Like, this is my first scientific book that I haven't read for school. But that's because I like it, because it is a little bit confusing, but not confusing enough to DNF it, to not finish it. Because I am still reading it. I do still want to know what happens. And it's not like I am just so confused. I do understand some stuff, probably not to the extent that I should, but you know, it's fine. I'm just rambling at this point. It's a pretty good book for like starter sci-fi, because I probably won't pick up another sci-fi book after this. But I think that it just means something for someone who hates science. Sorry, I hate science. And me actually, yes, I'm reading this book a little bit slower than I normally read like a murder mystery, but obviously murder mysteries are my jam, so yeah. It is all starting to make sense, but it's disgusting on how the truth is actually. Who is this guy? Trying to speak quiet because people are there. We're on page 364 now, 75% in, and last night when I was telling you guys like, oh, I was really confused, everything is coming out now, and I thought this book was going to be something different, and it still is that concept, but there's so much more in this book that I didn't know that there would be, which I love, because I didn't really know much about the book. I just knew that like they went to Mars to like get hydrogen. I think I'm saying that right. I'm not a science person, but yeah, it's getting good. And this one guy, I've always hated him this whole time, but he is so annoying right now. but I'm hoping I can finish this tomorrow. Yeah, it's pretty good. Let's read. Hi, voice over me coming through, but I was listening to some 2010s pop while reading about the most traumatic time that these characters have been up in space, so... Say goodbye. Bye, scene. Bye, goodbye. Sorry, it's like so blurry. It's just lighting in here. It's dark because it's like 1 a.m. But we're on 272, 77% in, and I wish I filmed my reaction to when I was reading earlier at like 3 o'clock today, but my brother saw my reaction, and something about me is that if something irritates me about a book, I will like show it physically, whether I'm with people, whether I'm just by myself. So I read it and I threw my hands up in the air, and my brother looked at me, he's like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "It's this book." And then he said, "Oh, was it all a dream?" You know, those concepts where like it's like, oh, it was all a dream. But then I told him, but I think he definitely was confused on why I was freaking out over a book. So basically what happened is a while ago the main character got betrayed by not his like closest friend, but like it was so annoying. So he got betrayed. That annoyed the heck out of me. And then so this whole book is about like going to 2053 and then going to 2030 when the main characters are like 12 or 11. And I just read this part where, how do I phrase this without spoiling it? All of the people think that this one thing happened to this one person, but really it's a different story and they don't know how it actually happened, and how I can't say it. But I know what happened, really, but they don't know. And the fact that they're not blaming anyone, but the fact that they don't know that it's someone's fault and that they're hiding it. So that's annoying. But I still have like 100 pages left. I don't know what's gonna happen because like so much has happened already, but okay, I am currently Gen Z term crashing out right now because I'm on page 393, and the fact that this one stupid character is saying this stuff, I wanna throw this thing across the wall. I'm not, because my siblings bought this for me for my birthday, but when I read one specific line, and I know it's gonna get so much worse in the next few pages, but I just wanted to update you, because this one line, I was downstairs, I had to come up here to talk to you guys, because I was fuming. This guy is so evil. He doesn't even care about anyone. These people just try to save him. I can't. This is too annoying. Like, I'm gonna just put my case on. You know, if this person was here in real life, I would track him down and I would kill the heck out of him. I would take all my knives in my kitchen and I would just go right to him. Because these characters do not deserve what he's doing. He's gaslighting them that they were at fault for this whole thing that's been going on in this last part of this book. But it's really him, and it's all his stupid secrets. So, yeah. I just wanted to let you guys know, because it's gonna get way worse. I just know it, but, yeah. It's annoying, though. I did write a note that he is sick in the head, because he is, so... Just when I thought all the truth was out, another truth comes out. It's so sad, because when this person has been blaming themselves for what happened, and they blame themselves because they thought it's their fault, but then it was someone else's fault, and they can't really get mad at them because they made the same mistake as they did. It's just sad. I'm 85% through. I'm gonna finish this today. Chapter 30. I know that there's a second book, so this can't be happening right now, but it's still sad. So I have around 20 pages left, exactly 20 pages left. I think it's so funny. I was reading downstairs for a little bit, and there was a line that I can't say because it's a spoiler, but like my face, I wish I would have recorded it, but like I was reading like this, and then it was just really funny. That was hands down my favorite line in the whole entire book. I don't think it was meant to be funny, but it was. So we're gonna finish this, and then we're gonna give the review. We are at the final stretch. I have like 7 pages left, so I'm gonna film this. Stop. No. I don't know if this person is dead or not. This Kindle tricked me. It says 488 pages. And I was on page 44, so I thought there were still 4 more pages. But no, it just says to be continued, because the other pages are acknowledgements. Oh my gosh. Wait. What? I finished it, and the Kindle tricked me. But that was such a good cliffhanger. And I thought that I would not read Us Before Them just because I'm not really into science fiction. But now I need to read Us Before Them. I need to. It is now the next day, and I'm going to give my rating of the book. So I was going back and forth last night with 2 ratings, and they're very similar. 3.75 out of 5 and 4 out of 5. And I think that I'm kind of stuck because it was a really good book, and I feel like there was always something happening with the characters that made me want to keep on reading more. Like, there was never a dull moment, and I love that because I might get bored of like nothing's going on, but there was always something stressful in the book. And I am so glad that I didn't go into it without like researching anything, because I think that just made the experience a lot more different than usual, because I didn't really know what was going on. But first, like, they went to Mars, and then they did all of this other stuff, and it was just really cool because I didn't think that much stuff would be packed into this book, but it was. And there was like a lot of truth, a lot of secrets, a lot of just a lot of stuff. And I was honestly really scared that a lot of it like would just be really sciencey and really wordy, and a lot of it like it would drag. Like, when they're on like the spaceship, it did not drag. Like, I was scared that would happen, because I thought that was like the main part of the book. Like, they go on the space station, they go to Mars. But I think it was really cool that, like, if they were on the space station, something stressful was happening. But it's not like 10 pages were just on the space station just like pressing buttons. Like, that would have been boring, but it wasn't like that. So that was good. And I don't think I'm gonna like lower my rating because of this, but I mean, some of it was a little confusing, but I'm not gonna lower my rating for that, because that's on me, that's not on him. Because I stepped out of my comfort zone. And some of it was a little bit confusing just to picture, but I'm not gonna blame him for that, because I'm just not a science person, so why would I like take that off? I think it's really good that I didn't DNF it or anything, because I feel like if I read anything outside my comfort zone, like fantasy or nonfiction, DNF right away. But this one was good. One thing I will say is that I did like all the characters. I just wish that some of them had more stuff to them. I like Zach, I liked Riker, I like Cora. I feel like some people go for the characters, some people go for the plot, and some people go for both. And this book was definitely for the plot, and then the plot was really cool. It was a really cool concept. I definitely really liked the characters. I definitely got mad at some people. So I think I'm gonna say, I don't know, I'm in between. I think like a 3.8. It was good, and for a sci-fi book, I read the whole thing. That never happened. So I know I kept on like mentioning that in this video, but it's true. Like, I just hate sci-fi. I was actually reading some reviews on Goodreads last night, and a lot of people were saying like, oh, the timelines got like confusing and they got annoying. And honestly, I liked it like that, because I liked how there would be a cliffhanger and then it would go to like 2053, and then you wouldn't know until like the next chapter. I kind of like that, because it kind of like built suspense. So I like that part. And part 3, The Truth, was just a wild ride. I really liked it. It'd take me a little bit slower time to read, but that's just because it's out of my comfort zone. And yeah, so I'm glad I read it. Now I gotta get S before them. I'm gonna read some other book right now in the meantime, but I want to get to S before them soon. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm sorry it was so long. I swear in these videos I don't say any spoilers, but they're still like 30 minutes long because I've just talked too much. But thank you so much for watching. If you're into sci-fi, you should read The Forgotten Colony. I recommend it to non-sci-fi readers too, because as a person who hates science, like hates it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.